about the buyer lead. Okay, the buyer lead, a lot of you guys, or everybody under the sound of my voice, you should have leads coming in. What do I mean by that? You should have, right, advertising budget where leads are coming in. I don't care if you're doing social media. Maybe you were saying, all right, I'm going to buy leads from Facebook and I'm going to advertise on Facebook, and every time a lead come in, that's a buyer lead. Great. You may say, you know what? I am going to buy leads from Zillow, or I'm going to buy leads from realtor.com, or I have Opcity leads coming in. Regardless, you should have leads coming in. Y'all with me, right? Now, a part of these leads coming in, right? Every time that buyer leads come in, the question is, what do I say? What's the goals? Okay, so I want to ask a question, and I want you guys to raise your hand. When a lead comes in, when a buyer lead comes in, what is the first number one goal you have when a buyer lead comes in? Raise your hand. Give me some ideas. When a buyer lead comes in, it's a lead coming from Opcity, a lead's coming from realtor.com, or leads coming from social media, from your YouTube channel. What's the first goal? Okay, great. Give me an idea. I just push, you can unmute yourself.
I'm gonna go with getting a contract signed.
Okay, cool. So you said as soon as that lead comes in, the first goal, we want to get a contract signed. Great, I'll go for that. I will go for that. That's one goal. Somebody raise their hand. Give me another idea. Another idea. What's another goal as soon as that buyer lead comes in? Okay. Unmute yourself. I just hit unmute. Give me a goal. What, as soon as that person calls and you get that person on the phone, what's the goal?
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Good. This is Angela Tate. How's everybody this morning?
Oh, is this Angela? Okay, Angela. Talk to me, Angela. What's up? What's the goal, Angela?
We want to set an appointment as soon as possible.
Okay, so Angela said, listen, the first thing I want to do as soon as that buyer lead comes in, I want to set an appointment because I want to get in front of this person as soon as possible. Okay, great. I can take that. I think who else was unmuted here? Trisha, I believe Trisha was Trisha, talk to me. As soon as that lead comes in.
Good morning. I was just going to say to make sure that you contact them as soon as possible, as soon as the lead comes in.
Trisha said her goal is as soon as that phone rings, right? You want to contact that person as soon as possible. I can live with that. I can go for that. I can go for that. I want to hear from Miss Merle. Merle, talk to me. Merle, are you available? Let me see. Somebody else, unmute yourself.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm unmuted now. Hello?
Okay. All right, Merle, you're unmuted. Merle, talk to me.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, everybody.
Merle. As soon as that buyer lead comes in, what's the goal?
So if I'm on the phone with the person that's called in and, we've talked for a couple seconds or whatever, one of the first things is putting them in touch with Tamara. Well, that's who I'm, using all the time for financing. I mean, finding out if they need financing. Of course, that's like if they say to you, oh, I have cash, this is going to be a cash purchase, then the next thing is, okay, send me your information on that. That's great. That'll be great for getting into a house right away. And if not, if they need financing, I try to get them on the phone with Tamara, if possible, 3-way conversation right at that point.
Good, 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 good. See, I knew I could ask. I knew Merle was going to be giving me a lot of info because she went through my coaching program. So I know Miss Merle. I know that for a fact. Okay, but very good, very good. Now we got a lot of different information, right? A lot of different ideas. And I won't say any of the ideas are right or wrong, right? But let's just talk about this buyer script because here's the goal of the buyer script. Number one, I want you to, first of all, I want you to memorize it. Then I want you to practice in the mirror to yourself. You don't need help from me or anything. You need to practice in the mirror yourself, okay? Then the next thing that I want you to do is I want you to understand the key fundamental foundation of the buyer script, because every call might be a little different. You might get some different questions, and some of the times you may receive a little spin on that buyer script. Make sense? And you don't want to be a robot, and this is exactly what the buyer script says, and this is exactly what I do, and I'm not going to ever deviate from it because, you know, this is real live. This is sales and salesmanship. So I want you to have salesmanship. I want you to have your own flair to it, right? I want you to have your own pizzazz to it. But I first want you to memorize it so that you have all the information and you're comfortable with it. And then I want you to practice it in the mirror to yourself, and then just to kind of let it rip. So let's talk about it. It's on the screen. And here's the buyer script. This is the exact buyer script that's in the online course. So everybody in my coaching program, log into the online course and get this buyer script. Let's talk about it. Here's how the buyer script works. The first thing it says, very, very important. As soon as you are contacted, you need to make contact with that lead. You need to catch a phone call on the second ring always, no later than 4 minutes. This is crucial. The longer you wait after 4 minutes, the more that your closing ratio goes down. So as if you receive an email, you receive a telephone call, you receive a text message, okay? Well, however you receive your leads, as soon as you receive that lead, okay, you want to contact that person within 4 minutes. Now, somebody might say, hey, Luther, what if it's 10 minutes? What if it's 15 minutes? What if it's later that afternoon? What if it's the next day? All that's cool, but the longer you take, the lower the closing ratio goes down. If you contact that person the next day or 2 days later, they're going to say, you were who? You were what? I contacted you for what? Because right now we have the internet. So a person can very easily contact you and then go on to the next agent. Okay, because they have the internet at their fingertips. Next part of the script says, hey, my name is Luther Ragsdale with Platinum Real Estate. I am returning your call. I am contacting you because maybe you went to my website, you found the property, and you want the information. Now, a lot of times people will, depending on what lead generation source you are using, a lot of times people are going to say, hey, I found the property on your website, or I'm buying leads through realtor.com or through Zillow.com. I seen a property on Zillow or realtor.com, or I seen your ad on Google, or I seen your ad on Facebook, or your ad on Twitter, or your ad on LinkedIn, and I want to see a property. I want to buy a property. So understand, the buyer's goal when they contact you is, I want to see a property now. That's not our goal. We do not want to just We do not have an Uber business where we just want to just to show you property. Our goal is not to just show you property. Now, it's the buyer's goal to see property. It's our goal to, number one, say, I would like to schedule a one-on-one free consultation to show you some properties. Listen, to show you some properties. Look, I want to show you properties. I know you want properties, because here's the beautiful thing. Our advertising, our marketing, they, for some reason, the buyer says, I want to see property, and I want to see property now from you. I want to buy property. That's their goal. So the first thing we want to do is say, hey, I want to offer and schedule you a free one-on-one consultation. And yes, I want to show you some property. So they are connected. They're excited. That's what they want to hear. So let me ask you a couple of questions. Number one, are you looking for investment property or personal property? They say I'm looking for a personal home. Great. Now, these are open-ended questions. Now we're getting into salesmanship just a little bit. This is an open-ended question. What type of property are you looking for? Investment property, or are you looking for your personal home? And you know what? Tell me about the property that you're looking for. And you know what? Don't cut them off. Let them go. I don't care if it's an Obsidian lead, lead from Facebook, Realtor.com. Just let them go. Oh yes, I want my dream home. I want 4 bedrooms, 5 bath, jacuzzi. I want this. I want this. I want that. And you're like, great, wonderful. And you listen. At this point, it's very important. Close your mouth and listen. Allow them to talk. You heard that silence, right? Did you hear that silence? That's exactly what I want you to do after you ask that question. Close your mouth. Many times, we as salespeople talk too much. Okay? Next question, very important. And if you are looking at the script, as if you are looking at this online, the next question is in red, because this is very, very important. We have to ask this. Are you currently working with an agent? Important. Are you currently working with an agent? If they say yes, our next question is, do you have a buyer brokerage agreement? If they already have a buyer brokerage agreement, I can't help you. We can't go any further. It's nothing I can really do. Right? If the person says, yes, I'm working with somebody, and I ask, do you have a buyer brokerage agreement? And they say, no, I do not have a buyer brokerage agreement. You are fair game. And I'm going to get you, because I'm going to get a buyer brokerage agreement on you. Okay? Please remember, never, ever show property. Never, ever do nothing without a what? Buyer brokerage agreement. We have other trainings that strictly talk about the buyer brokerage agreement. Okay? So the next thing, do you have a real estate agent? They say, no, I do not. Great. The next part of the script that's in red. Very, very important question. How are you planning to purchase the property? Cash or financing? I ask that question and I do what? Y'all get it? Close my mouth. Cash, this is important. Now, this is the most important part of the script. We need to get this out of the way at the very beginning. Number one, yes, I want to show you property. I offer a free one-on-one consultation. Number two, are you working with the agent? Yes or no? Number three, how are you planning on purchasing the property? Cash or financing? If the buyer says cash, My next question is, how much cash are you looking to invest? Very important. I want you to practice this in the mirror. I did not say how much cash do you want to spend. I did not say how much money do you have. People don't like to tell you how much money they have. But people will tell you how much capital do you want to invest. I might have $400,000, but I only want to invest $100,000 into this house. Are you with me? The question of how much money that I have turns people off, shuts them down. I'm never going to tell you how much money I have. I will tell you how much money that I want to invest in this piece of property. Okay? Again, how much money, how much capital do you want to invest in the property? And they will tell you, right? Now, sometimes, especially investors, will say, oh, as much money as needed. Oh, I got plenty of money. Oh, it all depends. Oh, I'm going to invest a lot of money. That's not giving you the exact amount, right? If you get that question, we have to overcome the objection. So then I typically like to ask the amount of money, because they may not want to give me an exact dollar amount. So at that point, I will just simply go with the range. Or are you looking to invest over $100,000? And then they will say, yeah, sure, it's about 150. Yeah, sure, it's 190. Or no, not over 100,000. I only want 50,000. Right? Okay, so now I have that amount. The next question, when a person says cash, very, very important. Next question is simply this. Please send me proof of funds. Okay? Proof of funds can be a bank statement, checking account, savings account, or whatever. And feel free to black out any personal information. Please send to me proof of funds. Why? Because typically the seller wants proof of funds when I submit an offer. Right now we're in a seller's market, so I really need to get the proof of funds up front. Okay? All right. At that time, okay, fine. I will send you the proof of funds. I will send it to you later today. At that time, I schedule a one-on-one free consultation. Now, you can do a Zoom one-on-one meeting. You can meet them at a place that's convenient to them, Starbucks, Barnes and Noble, whatever. Okay. Dunkin' Donuts, but I'm going to make it convenient to you. I will go to you, right? But I want to schedule this free consultation in about 3 or 4 days. If I do not receive the proof of funds, I am not going to do the consultation. No proof of funds, no consultation. So today's what? Tuesday. I might schedule the consultation on Thursday. If I don't have the proof of funds tomorrow on Wednesday, I'm going to call them. Hey, I didn't get the proof of funds. Please send them. Hey, I don't have the proof of funds. Please send them. Why? Because one of the prerequisites for my free one-on-one consultation, I need what? Proof of funds. Okay, I am advertising. I have a budget. And I'm spending money on Facebook. I'm spending money on Zillow leads. I got OpCity leads coming in. I got all these leads coming in. Wonderful. I cannot invest time going out doing all of these free consultations without what? Proof of funds. Okay, that's option number one. Option number two. How are you planning on making the investment? Cash? Financing. They say, yes, I want to do cash. Okay, great, wonderful. What I always recommend you want at Platinum Real Estate, we have preferred vendors. You want to contact that preferred vendor and say, look, I'm going to have leads coming in and I want a personal relationship with you. Whenever a lead comes in, I want to get them with you and I want to get them live on the phone with you. I don't want you to send them to no website. I don't want them to have to email because understand, this lead is important to me. And yes, I understand Miss Lender. Yes, I understand Mr. Lender. Yes, I understand you got a lot of leads coming in and you're going to want to tell me, oh, just go to my website. Listen, when you tell a buyer to go to the website and fill out an application, 99.9% of the time, they don't do that stuff. If you say, hey, here's my lender's phone number, call my lender, the majority of the time, they don't call your lender, right? Here's what I love to do. Strategy. I say, hey, buyer, I have you on the phone. Let me call my lender right now and let's put it on a three-way. Lender, buyer, buyer, lender. Okay, if that lender is too busy, cool. I got another one I can call. If that one's too busy, I got another one that I can call. Why? Because I'm investing money in Facebook leads, LinkedIn leads, Zillow leads, Realtor leads, OpCity leads. I got all these leads coming in. If I let this person off the phone, I might lose the business. I call. The lender picks up. Hello, Luther. Hello, I got a three-way call. I got a buyer. I put them together, and that lender typically can let me know approved or denied within about 30 minutes. Luther, this is a good deal. Roll with it. I put it into my CRM, and if they say, hey, this person is not approved, they have a 400 credit score, no problem. We want to send them to credit repair, and I'm going to follow up and follow up and follow up until one day I close that deal. If the lender says, Luther, this person is golden, this person is money, they are pre-approved, that's when I'm having that one-on-one consultation. Now I'm going to schedule the consultation, but I'm going to schedule it, listen, 2 to 3 days away to give the lender time to give me a pre-approval letter. Whenever we have a free one-on-one consultation, we want that pre-approval letter in my briefcase before I start up my car to go and give that one-on-one consultation. If I'm going to do a Zoom, that's cool. COVID really started a lot of Zoom meetings. I love it. But before I do that one-on-one Zoom consultation, okay, I want to make sure that I have a pre-approval letter before I go out. Look, I don't want to waste their time. I don't want to waste my time. I do not want them to get excited about a $400,000 house and they're only approved for $200,000. It's not fair to my client. It definitely isn't fair to me. So, client, lender, client. Now, let's say the lender don't answer the phone. I get it, right? They're on another line and they're with somebody else. Okay, all right, cool. Client, here's my lender's information. Then I'm calling, I'm texting my lender, and I'm saying, lender, call this client back now. How much time do I have for that lender to call back my client? Somebody unmute themselves, give me the magic number. If that lender does not answer the phone, and I have
24 hours.
Give me the answer.
24 hours.
24 hours, that's one answer. Somebody give me another answer.
4 minutes.
4 minutes. There she goes. Everything is what? Is if that lender does not answer the phone. Understand, I don't have a buyer brokerage agreement. This person is live This person is fair game, right? Okay, my lender didn't answer the phone. What am I doing? Hey. Buyer, call lender. What's the chances of the buyer calling lender? That ain't happening. My hair will grow back before that happens. That ain't happening. That's not happening, right? Now, I have to now become a pit bull and I have to say, lender, call back this buyer. I have to put it at the top of the lender's priority list. Lender, call. Okay, lender, first of all, you missed my call. One of my biggest pet peeves in the world is when I call somebody and they don't answer my call on the second ring. You could at least answer my call and say, Luther, I'm on another call. And I'll say, okay, I'll call you back later. I didn't want nothing. But when I call, at least answer the call. And they're going to say, no. I got a buyer on the line live. Whatever you doing, you call them back, not me back, because I got a buyer that's live. This is money, right? Okay. So now the lender calls the buyer back, develop a relationship, ask them questions. Do you have a job? Do you have money? Whatever. They do their job. The lender calls you back and says, this can't happen. What am I going to do? I am going to then call my buyer back and say, hey, buyer, I know we have an appointment for this Thursday, but me, you, and the lender, we have to work on some things. You're not quite approved now, but the lender says we can, have you approved in a few months. We're going to stay in contact and we're going to do our one-on-one consultation in a few months after you're approved. If they say, yes, you're approved, hey, let's meet. Okay? Questions? My chat's open, or you can raise your hand. Questions on anything thus far? Anything thus far? Any questions? Okay. Now I'm going to stop it there. But the next big thing, and we're going to talk about this next week, the next big thing is when I have that one-on-one consultation, what's the most important thing when I do that one-on-one consultation? Unmute yourself. What's the most important thing for that one-on-one consultation? Unmute yourself.
The buyer brokerage agreement.
The buyer brokerage agreement. She get kudos again. Buyer brokerage. Now, we're gonna stop right here. We're gonna stop right here because we're gonna take this thing in steps. Y'all flow with me. I can't give you the entire, pie all at once because you'll choke. It's too much, it's too much pie. So I gotta give it to you in pieces. Okay. Okay. So here we go. If I haven't heard from you, I want you to unmute yourself. Tell me one thing that you learned today. One thing. Unmute yourself. Somebody, unmute yourself. What have we learned? We learned something.
You got 4 minutes. You got 4 minutes to talk to the customer.
Yes, good. 4 minutes, our 4-minute rule. Our 4-minute rule. We're not calling them back the next day, later that afternoon, 2-3 days later, too late, right? Way too late. They won't know your name. They won't even remember Platinum Real Estate. They'll be like, who in the world are you? Very good point. Unmute yourself. Something else that we learned that's important today.
Luther.
They need to.
Huh? Here, let's do this. Raise your hand, because I got 2 or 3 people talking. Raise your hand, and then I'll unmute you, and we'll do it that way. Okay? Right here. Okay? One thing that we learned. Okay? Let's go. Yes.
That one-on-one consultation, you need to have proof of funds before that happens.
Proof of funds or what? Or pre-approval letter, right?
Yes, sir, pre-approval letter.
If they're paying cash, we need proof of funds.
Proof of funds.
If they're doing financing, pre-approval letter before we meet with these people, right? Absolutely.
May I
And
ask a question?
yes, and that's really one of the huge things on the whole script, right? That's huge. Okay, great. Nicole, next. Nicole, talk to me. What did we learn today?
When you're asking them how they plan to pay for the transaction, be quiet and let them speak.
Yes, because we are salespeople and we love our stuff. And sometimes we talk way too much. Excellent, Nicole. Monica, you're unmuted. Talk to me.
Make the contact right away before they contact another agent.
Yes, because they got the internet right in their hand, right? Yes,
Right.
yes. Okay, I'm looking for a couple of things that I want to really make a point. There's a couple of things here. What else did we learn today? Raise your hand. Ooh, there's a couple of important things that I want to make sure y'all have in your head before you get off of this line today. Another important thing is what? Go, yes, you're unmuted.
Are you working with an agent?
Oh, booyah! She get kudos. That's my girl right there. Listen. You can get this person pre-approved. You can get proof of funds. You can do all this stuff. But if they already have a buyer brokerage agreement with somebody else, you're done. So let's get that out of the way right at the beginning, right off the beginning. Are you working with another agent? If you have a buyer brokerage agreement, it ain't no need to send them to Tamara and getting proof of funds and doing a meeting and all that. Why? Because there's nothing we can do. It's nothing. Very good. Loving it. Loving it. There you go. You're live. Talk to me.
Careful when you're asking them about your proof of funds. Ask them how much they're willing to invest and not how much they have.
Yeah, boy. If you ask me right now, how much money do I have? What's the typical answer? None of your business. Right? Come on there, right? How much money do you have? None of your business. I'm not going to tell you how much money I have. That's none of your business. But since it's real estate, if we ask how much money you want to invest, oh, I'm cool with that. That's not saying how much money I have. That's saying this is how much money that I want to invest in this particular transaction. Totally different answer. Okay. All right. Good. Did we learn something today? Yeah, we learned something. Okay, so let's talk. What are we doing this week? Number one, you should have a budget. You should have a budget for marketing and advertising. I always say from $500 to $1,000 is a golden number. If somebody said, what's the magic number? I would love for it to be from 500 to 1,000. Now, if it's 100, cool. If it's 200, cool. If it's $50, cool. Okay. But the most important thing is I want you to be consistent. I want you to go out there and start marketing today. Now, you have a lot of different things you should do this week. And I've run out of time because I would ask you, have you done on it? But 3 emails, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Social media every week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You should have posts. Okay. Now here's the deal, you guys. If you're out there marketing, if you're out there investing your money, $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $3,000 a month, $200 a month, $50 a month, whatever it is, your phone is going to ring with buyers. Here's the key. Not how many people call you, but your closing ratio when they call you. This buyer script is going to help you. Go into Luther Ragsdale's online course, download the script, memorize the script, start to rehearse the script in the mirror by yourself. Okay? Questions, anyone? Think I see somebody's hands up. Yes, you can unmute yourself. Question.
Hey, we didn't mention that we're supposed to try and get them on the phone with the lender if they don't have financing.
Oh, excellent point. Excellent point. That's what she learned today. Excellent. Yes, we want to get them with that lender. Because what do we learn today? If they get off the phone, and if we say, hey, go to a website, or hey, call somebody, or email somebody, or text message or somebody, the chances are they might not do it. Make sense? Chances are they just might not do it. So when we have them, right, we want to close this out right now. That's important, right? To close this right now. Excellent point. Okay? Thank you for that feedback. All right, you guys. All right, so this week, buyer script. This week, buyer script. All right. Look, you guys, do not forget, visit my website, lutherragsdale.com. All of the upcoming workshops, webinars, all of my books, all of the material, everything is at lutherragsdale.com. Also, if you are not subscribe to my to my YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, lutherragsdale.com, and you can contact me on all of my social medias, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. Everything is Luther Ragsdale.